Alright, welcome. So today we have Rom. He's been highly requested, so let's get right into it, starting with his abilities and how they matter into building Rom. Now, Rom, compared to most other hunters, you're not going to see the Transcendence build. He doesn't use his abilities to clear minion waves. He doesn't use his abilities to actually kill people like most other hunters like Neith and things like that. Instead, the way his kit works in general is all basic attacks or auto attacks, whatever you want to call it. Starting with the passive, his astral arrows regenerate every 12 seconds, and that lowers by landing your auto attack. So this way you see typically the start of the death's toll, and to boost to the rest of your ability you don't see the Transcendence. Attack speed is pretty useful for him as well, of course, building up your passive. And your passive goes directly with your Astral Strike. So you can have up to 5 arrows, and then once you pop Astral Strike, this provides you with your lane clear. It just shoots like through walls, through minions, things like that. And it also just gives you bonus damage. So those two work hand in hand, so basic attack build and just attack speed works really well with him. Now that being said, you don't want to build too much attack speed because Rom does have a steroid called Pick Me Up. Once you toggle this or activate it, whatever you want to call it, you have up to 50% more attack speed for 5 seconds. So you don't want to try to go for like attack speed cap and then when you pop this it's completely useless. So that is pretty much all the points I wanted to make, and let's get right into it, building Rom. Now starting with Conquest, typically you're going to see the starter item. I'm not sure if I already said this earlier, but you go with the Death's Toll. Just like before, you don't have to actually use your abilities, you're using all your auto attacks, and with this you get more health and mana back. The 90 health is also great. Compared to people that go the Transcendence route, they're not going to have that 90 health. So in the early stages of the game, that's pretty nice. So from Death's Toll, you go right into the Warrior Tabby Boots. You do want to have some physical power. You don't want to go all attack speed. We do get our attack speed from future items. Next couple of items you could kind of change this around if you want to. You can go right into the Ichavolt. This is a really cheap and efficient item for a lot of good stats. 30% attack speed is huge. Like I mentioned before, with the passive landing your auto attacks give you more astral arrows. All that is fun stuff. And the 10 physical penetration, the flat pin is really good in the early stages of the game since people don't really have that much physical protection early on. As well as the passive is always great with trading blows against the enemy hunter. You can steal some of their protections and give it to you ideally. So if you look at it whole and you have the max stacks, it's 30 physical power, 30% attack speed, and 10 pen. That's really strong. If you don't want to go into that right away and you value lifesteal a little bit more than that, then you can go ahead and go with your lifesteal item Aussie and then go back into Ichavolt. Typically you see these two items picked up back to back. It's just whatever order that's up to you. So let's just go with Ichavolt and then go with Aussie. They may be wondering, what about Death's Toll? Not Death's Toll, Devourer's Gloves. This was really popular in Season 2, I believe, but it's been nerfed. And that's why you don't really see this at all. It's up to 75 stacks, and 75 stacks is a lot, considering there's about, what, like 6 minions per wave. I think I calculated this, and it takes you about 12 and a half waves getting every single last hit to fully stack this item, and that's only for 55 physical power, and I think it was 25% lifesteal. So it takes way too long to get online, so that's why you don't really see this too much right now, and you just see the Death's Toll into the rest of your items. And also the price is a little bit hefty. The price it takes you to build this, you can get Death's Toll and you can almost finish Warrior Tabby Boots. So that's just a general idea of why you probably wouldn't get Devourer's Gauntlet. So after you get your Ichavolt and Aussie, typically you'll see the Shin size up next. It allows you to have a really strong power spike. The attack speed is great and the physical power is great, considering we had no physical power from both Ichavolt and Aussie, not counting the Ichavolt stacks. And also the passive on Shin size is really strong right now, considering defensive items are really popular, as far as like Borg of Hope, Hide the Urchin, things like that. Those also have HP, so it's really great against that. And then you have a couple different routes you can go into. You can go into the crit build, which is a little bit better now since Rage has its price reduced from previously it was like 2600, now it's 2400. So you can go into Rage, go back, sell Death's Toll for Deathbringer. You could do something like this, and of course you can go ahead and sell Ichavolt for like another item. You can sell it for a penetration item. You could go into the Titan's Bane if you want penetration, which is pretty ideal, or you can sell it for the Oboe for more spread out damage for team fights, things like that. So that's up to you. Let's just stick with Ichavolt for now, just kind of show this off. So the crits are really nice. We have health shred, we have a lot of attack speed to go ahead and pop your 2, and we have 2.37 attack speed, which is huge. The cap is 2.5, so we're getting near the cap, which is perfect amount of attack speed. And of course, all this is without including my 1, so you go ahead and hit my 1 for bonus damage, and then my 2. And you're swinging. You're utterly just shredding people. Look at those. Oh, those crits are so hot. And then the damage doesn't change too much if you go ahead and pick up Titan's Bane after Igavol, or like in place of Igavol, I should say. The only difference is you have more penetration, I guess tankier targets obviously, and you have less attack speed, because obviously Titan's Bane doesn't have attack speed. So the damage is, as you see, pretty much the same. 280 non-crits and 672 with crits. It's the same amount of damage, just less DPS, damage per second, and you have more penetration. So that is the trade-off there. If you were to go into the oboe, it's this is just purely for attack speed and just spread damage. So you can clear waves faster by just proccing the oboe. And yeah, so that's pretty much that. Another build you could go into is you cannot go into Igavol. I have to sell all these items slowly. So you can go into like let's go into Deathstoll, go into Aussie, Shin Size, and then you can go into Crit, and then Titan's Bane. You can do something like this, and then of course Deathstoll you can sell it later for like you can do something like that, just not have Igavol, and you can build straight into Aussie and Shin Size. But that is the general idea. You have your lifesteal item, Aussie, Shin Size, Crit, and those are your pretty much your core items to go into. Oh, look at the undo button. Look at that. I didn't even notice that. So that's going to pretty much wrap it up for the build video. Hopefully it was helpful in giving a general idea how to build ROM and the reason why you would build such a way for ROM. And yeah, relics, I already have it here. Purification and Sprint, pretty common. In place of Sprint, you could get Sanctuary. Those are your main relics, but you get it as you need. Yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.